So happy Friday, everybody. I hope those of you who are not in Canada or not on that particular thing are having a good day. I imagine that Corinne's feeling a little bit stressed out at the moment. Hopefully she'll be able to get on with us and we'll hear her teaching. Now, now we're being live streamed. Okay, hello out there in Facebook land. No one has signed up for Misha Barak. So the first person to raise their hand using reactions can sing for us.
Toby, I didn't get that list.
Oh, okay. Well, because I probably don't have your right email address.
I'll put it, you want me to put it in the chat?
Put it in the chat. Sure. Stacy Zuckerman's going to, yes, you put it.
Yes, ma'am.
Toby, you're muted.
Toby, we can't hear you.
Okay, I guess when you muted all, you muted me. Stacy Zuckerman, yes, okay.
Yes.
Denise, put your email in the chat directly to me. Stacy raised her hand first. She's going to sing the Misha Barak for us, making sure that she leaves space in between the two verses.
Will do.
And in the
Will do.
meantime, I'm going to try to get an email to Denise. Okay, go ahead, Stacy.
Okay. Sit up. Okay. Misha Barak.
You're muted.
Somehow you got muted too, Stacy. Thanks.
May the
We can't hear anything.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Misha Barak Avotenu Mikor HaBraha Leimahutenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Barak Imotenu Mikor HaBraha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuel of Shlema, the renewal of the body, the renewal of the spirit, and let us say Amen.
Thank you so much, Stacy. That was lovely. Amen. We wish healing to all those who are in need of healing, as well as the caregivers who are also frequently in need of healing. And our hearts are, of course, with all the communities who have suffered from mass shootings in these past several days. Now we're going to the Psalm for Friday. Sally Greenstein will be reading that for us.
Thank you. Adonai is sovereign, crowned with splendor. Adonai reigns, robed in strength. You set the earth on a sure foundation. You created a world that stands firm. Your kingdom stands from earliest time. You are eternal. The rivers may rise and rage. The waters may pound and pulsate. The floods may swirl and storm. Yet above the crash of the sea and its mighty breakers is Adonai, our God supreme. Your decrees, Adonai, never fail. Holiness befits your house for eternity. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Sally. And now Susan Sferris is going to read.
You keep muting yourself. You muted yourself.
I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Oh,
You know,
I
I
wonder
think
who's doing that. That's weird.
I don't know. I'm certainly not doing it. So that's kind of strange.
Yeah,
Before you start, yes, if Corinne calls you and you can put her on the speaker, that will work, I think, okay? So now
Ready?
Susan, go ahead, please.
Okay. Holy One, source of strength, war continues and innocent people are dying. We ask your protection for Ukraine and its citizens. We pray for their safety and the security of the country. May this terrible war be diffused swiftly with minimal casualties. May Hungary, Poland, and other neighboring countries be moved to open their borders and provide safe passage for all those who wish to evacuate. Bless our world leaders with the ability to work together for the greater good and the wisdom to make wise decisions during this turbulent time. Bless the people of all nations with the desire, strength, and courage to create a world based on justice and filled with peace. We seek the comfort of believing that everything will be all right, yet it is hard to hold on to hope in the face of insurmountable odds. May the words of Isaiah 2:4, nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore, become true in our day, in this very hour. Source of goodness, shine your healing light on us and those in Ukraine we hold in our hearts. Shelter us, shield us, show us the path to peace.
And we all say amen to that. Great. Denise has gotten the list for me with the names for Kaddish. Let's take off this Parshat HaShavua slide. Limor, was she able to call you?
Okay, let me call her. Hold on. I thought we had the
Okay.
Psalm, so I waited.
Okay, we're
Give me a
gonna
second.
see.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, we're gonna talk amongst ourselves. Limor is calling Corinne and seeing if she can put her on speakerphone and if that will work. Otherwise, oh, Rabbi Sella is on. That is so wonderful. Rabbi Sella, I don't know if you realize the little conundrum we have right now in that Corinne has no internet access and she's supposed to be the one doing our teaching. Lee Moore is going to see if there's a fix to that. But if not, in all your rabbinic knowledge, and I hate to put you on the spot. But
Actually, first of all, earlier this week, I was conferring with Corinne. We were discussing the Parsha together because, as it turns out, I am speaking tomorrow morning on the Parsha. So, if need be, I can do some filling in a pinch. I came on a little bit late. I apologize. That's why I didn't realize what the situation was.
That's quite all right. We've been winging it so far, doing all the things we're supposed to do. And Lee Moore is seeing if she can reach Corinne and put her on the speakerphone. And we're just filling in words right now. And if not, yes, then we will definitely.
I don't believe she can even have telephone.
You don't think she can even have her phone? Oh.
No, because Rogers is completely out across the country and they have like their phones. I mean, 911 isn't even working.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know. Like I'm not on Rogers, so that's why I'm on. Otherwise.
Okay. Okay, well, looks like Lee Moore's holding her phone up to her ear. I don't know what's going on here. We'll
Maybe
see.
she has
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Well, okay, I'll just take up time while she's. Oops. Do we have a decision here? Oh, you're having trouble hearing her. You know what? Then tell her.
Okay, now I think we have Corinne. Corinne, speak and let's see if they can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm in the most terrible state because nationwide we have no internet and no Wi-Fi. You can't go to the store and pay with a credit card. You've got to have cash. You cannot believe what's going on.
Oh my goodness.
And now it sounds like I'm losing you. I'm trying very hard to do this.
No, I can hear you. We can hear you just fine, Corinne.
No, we
can't.
So I'm not going to be able to see you, but as long as you can hear me. Limor, you can hear me?
Yes, can you guys nod or something so I know if, okay, they're all nodding, so perfect.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to start. And I volunteered to help Debbie today because no one has signed up for this Pasha. Boy, little did I know what I was in for. So, first of all, it's a very complex passage. And to me, there are three themes that glare at me. The first one talks about siblings, the relationship between Miriam, Moses, and Aaron. And the second one is water, and the third one to me talks about death. And I try to make this fairly short so that there is time for conversation afterwards. And I'm really sorry that this was the only way I could try and get this teaching done. So I know you can't see me and I can't see you. All right, so firstly, I believe that we're faced with three siblings, Miriam, Aaron, and Moses. Family dynamics has always interested me. And here in the passage, we clearly see this at play. Like all siblings, they had their ups and their downs, but ultimately they bound together by the bonds of love. Miriam is always portrayed as a kind, caring, and very intelligent woman who was actually a prophet. And when Moses was in the basket, she showed this incredible ability to improvise and to think on her feet and to make these decisions. And in the beginning of the passage, we read of her death, after which she was buried in the wilderness at Kadesh. And if I think after Miriam died, people no longer had water. And commentaries say that Moshe completely lost control of his emotions because his older sister had just died. He was in mourning for her. And that is why one of the reasons that he struck the rock for water after God had talked to the rock, it's almost as if he was angry and frustrated. All throughout his life and was the leader of all the world. And the effect and how we react to it and how we hold up with our anger and how we deal with it are still factors that are really, really important. And if I think of my own three kids, and enough, I had two boys and one girl, and I think about their relationship. It's very weird, but the oldest one always seems to be the leader and the one who helps the younger. Definitely works in my family, and it definitely has happened with Miriam and her brother. Okay, so water is another very important theme, which you all know is of extreme importance to me. It's one of my passions. So to me, Miriam represents life because water is such a life force. And ever Miriam went, this is what the Midrash said, wherever she went, there was a well of water. Without water, there can be no life. Interesting, when God commands the heifer to be killed, its ashes need to be mixed with water order for purification to happen. Without the water, the ash be rendered useless. So we are very aware of how important water is as well. And so Miriam's name means sea of bitterness, actually. And the first time we meet her in the Torah was when she stood on the shore of the Nile River, keeping an eye on the basket containing her baby brother. She watched as Pharaoh's daughter and had her servant girl retrieve the basket, then stepped forward and offered to find a Hebrew wet nurse. The next association with water took place on the shores of the Red Sea. After Moses led the nation in the Song of the Sea, praising God for splitting the sea and saving the nation, Miriam took timbrels and tambourines and led the women in praising God for their salvation. Now at her death, the nation finds itself bereft, not only of her presence, but additionally of the well that was the source of their water. So to me, it's important. Water is in our lives, and we all know that. We are born in water, and at death, we are cleansed with water. So it's really a life and death force. I'm going to touch now a little bit on the other theme that I found really important, and that is death ritual. It is mentioned that when Aaron died, it died by the mouth of the Lord. Just as in the creation story in the book of Genesis, the Lord God breathed life into the first man. Here the reverse is taking place. Aaron is literally dying through a divine kiss. This imagery will later be applied to his brother Moses as well, implies the most death. After everything that Aaron had been through with this nation, he finally had a people. We know that he was very prepared for it, and Moses did the rituals, and definitely afterwards had to put the ashes of the Kahapa on himself. We also learn in verse 29 that the nation mourned for Aaron for 30 days. And it's from this text that we derive the idea of the Shloshim period, the 30-day mourning period. People who have died in the Jewish religion, as we know, are always treated with the greatest dignity and respect. It is important to note that the first thing done before the body is shrouded is, as I said, it is purified by water. We offer respect and dignity to all, and in death, everyone is treated equally. Studying this parsha, this aspect of the parsha, makes me think of my own father's death, which, interestingly enough, occurred on July 6th, 2018, 2 days in the English calendar, and that makes this even more meaningful for me. And what stands out in my memory is that he died at 6 o'clock on a Friday night. Now, you know, in July it's still. And it was but nobody in the shul or the funeral was working because it was already going to be Shabbat. So I was given a choice either to leave my father in the room and get men or people to stay with the body overnight because you don't want to leave a dead body on its own, or to get the Christian burial people to come in and to let him stay in the morgue until the funeral home was going to be open on Saturday night. I chose for the Jewish version. So my husband, my son, and my son-in-law spent the night with the body, which to me is the most incredible thing. And it's one of the ways how you honor a dead person. And as you know, it's the biggest mitzvah in the world is honoring a dead person because they can't thank you and they don't know that you are. And that's why eulogies are so special because they don't know what you're saying about them and they can't thank you. So I'm going to end my teaching here, and I'd love some comments from all of you. Unfortunately, I can't see you. So I don't know if anybody can monitor this, but I would love to get some feedback from you.
Okay, we will have a few minutes of comments. Thank you so much, Corinne. I know you were especially challenged today, and we really appreciate all of the technological jumps you made to be able to teach us today. If you have something you'd like to say, use the raise your hand reaction, and I will call on you. And we've just got a couple of minutes before the cottage list. Anybody? No? For such a talk, oh, let's see. Andrea, you put a thumbs up. Did you mean the hand?
I actually did, yes.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, I couldn't find it. That's the first one I found. But anyway, I just wanted to comment on the fact that she brought up the sibling relationship, as the oldest always seemed to be the leader. And I was thinking, of course, of my own kids and how I have a boy and a girl, and so that's not the case. But I don't know, maybe that it's not they're different genders, because my sister and I are both female, of course, and she was the one who taught me how to yell down the and take money from my parents, keep the extra. And so I don't know, there were certain times that she led at certain things. And anyway, in any relationship, it just got me off on a tangent of all different kinds of relationships, and how my rabbi, when he was marrying my son, he said, it's so fun to watch a husband and wife walking down the street holding hands, because you never really know who's supporting who. And just all different kinds of relationships. And I thank you very much. There always is a lot of information in such a little looking passage. So thank you very much for tackling.
Okay, and Corinne, I want to tell you that you're getting a lot of responses in the chat, which you can't see either, saying what a great job you did and thanking you so much. We've got a minute. I don't see any little hands up there. Anybody want to say anything? No? Okay. Well, once again, thank you so much. We really appreciate everything. Before Denise reads the cottage list, I get a feed in Facebook called Stand With Us, and this came on, and I thought I would just share this with you all since it's so timely, and it fits in with our time with Cottage today. Gone but not forgotten. Today marks the 8th anniversary of Operation Protective Edge. In 2014, Israel launched the operation against terror group Hamas in Gaza, following their kidnapping and murder of 3 Israeli teenagers and nonstop barrage of rockets towards Israel. Today, we remember the 67 soldiers who fell during the 7-week operation while they protected the state of Israel and everyone in it. May their memories forever be a blessing. And Denise, if you would like to read the list now.
Today, we lovingly remember Dolores Golditch, Fred Cohen, B. Reynolds, Carol Gelber, Matt Yosefat, Marcia Bellegrad, Rabbi David Weiss Halivni, Sonny Merau, Ann Steiner, Leah Papernick, Brian Kodish, the yard site of Michelle Slitten, Catherine Goldstein, Irina and Kevin McCarthy, Eduardo Uvaldo, Roberto Velasco, who were the victims of the Highland Park attack. May their memories always be for a blessing.
Thank you. I'm not sure if I heard you say Michelle Schlitten, did you say that? There's a yard
Michelle
site.
Schlitten, it's her yard site, yes.
Okay, great. And if you put up the Kaddish, I will lead since no one signed up for that. If you're saying Kaddish, please stand and unmute yourselves. Thank you. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah
Amen.
v'alma divra kirute v'amlich malchute
Okay.
v'chayechon u'yomechon u'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael ba'ala u'bizman kariv v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shmei Rabbah v'vorach v'alam u'almei maya Yitzarach v'yitbarach v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudsha b'rechru Le'ela in kol birchata v'shirata tushachata v'nechamata da'amiran v'alma v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shlama Rabba min shmaya v'chayiv aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom v'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen.
Amen.
May their memories be a blessing. And I want to thank everybody who participated. We really love having everyone take part in our Makom B'Yachad. I don't know what's so funny, but I also want to thank Rabbi Sella for being in the bullpen just in case we needed her. We really appreciate that too.
No problem.
And I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.
Toby, I think it's Marsha's birthday.
It is.
Is it?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, well, okay. I didn't know that. That calls for a birthday background. Let me find it. Birthday.
There you
There
go.
we go. All right. There we are. See?
Ah,
And of course, Marsha, we're going to sing happy birthday to you in a peppy, jazzy way. No birthday
Yeah, let's
birthday
see.
for you. So 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marsha.
Birthday
To you more.
We hope you have a wonderful birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy day.
Many more. And
Many
that everyone
more.
have a great weekend, a wonderful Shabbat, no matter what you're doing. And I won't see you next week because I'm going to be with my family in the Poconos. That beautiful background you saw before, that's where I will be thinking about
Enjoy.
you. As I
Enjoy.
contemplate the
Enjoy.
lake.
Safe travels.